Hello, everyone. Welcome to another magical Monday. It is wonderful to be here with you guys tonight or this afternoon or whatever time this is that you guys are catching me. My name is Dana with Sage and Harmony Holistic Coaching. It's so great. Hang on a second. Let me get the comments up so that shows up. There we go. All righty. So we'll begin as we do with a disclaimer, quick disclaimer. Please note that the information provided on the show this evening is for educational and entertainment purposes only. It is not meant to treat or diagnose any mental health or health conditions. There are no legal or health questions allowed on the show this evening, ever. So, all right, now that we got that out the way, Happy New Year, everyone. I hope everybody is having a wonderful new year. I hope everybody is doing wonderful. Looking for getting the cards all cleared out so we can start our readings. And so let's go ahead and begin as we do with our affirmation meditation, and then we'll get into our readings. How does that sound? Happy New Year. Happy New Year. Thank you for joining us. Let us know where you are checking in from and part of the world you're checking in from. It's so wonderful to have you guys. All right, here we go. All right. So our affirmation for today is, okay. What happened? Oh, okay. Here we go. Our affirmation for today is, I make peace with my past and I choose love. I make peace with my past. Isn't that amazing? One for the beginning. Where are you? It says, I don't see anything. Oh, no. Why don't you see anything? Let's see. Can everybody see me now? Thanks for checking in, letting me know that you're not seeing anything. Let me know if you guys are having any issues seeing or hearing me, please. Okay. Can you see me? Is everything good? Is the audio and visual okay? We'll go ahead and continue. Okay, cool. All right. So we always begin with an affirmation meditation. So we'll go ahead and do that before we get into our readings to get ourselves nice and aligned. So today's affirmation is, I make peace with my past and I choose love. Hi, Carlos. Welcome. Thanks for being here. So let's go ahead and just take a moment to get ourselves nice and aligned. Go ahead and close your eyes if you're able to. Drop your shoulders and just take a nice deep breath in. Just give yourself permission just to center just for a moment. Go ahead to your heart, connecting with our heart center. With my past and I choose love. I make peace with my past and I choose love. Go ahead and just breathe that in nice and deep. Good. Big exhale out. I make peace with my past and I choose love. This is a great affirmation for the new year. Breathing that in nice and deep. Good. Big exhale out. I make peace with my past and I choose love. Go ahead and just take a nice deep breath in. Just hold it for a moment. Just allow that energy just to travel through. Dissolve any blocks. Good. Big exhale out. I make peace with my past and I choose love. One last inhale in. Good. Big exhale out. Awesome. All right. Mantra for this week. I make peace with my past and I choose love. Alrighty. All right. So we got the blank screen. Eileen, I'm not sure what's happening. Carlos and Is it Garrett and Carla? I'm sorry. I don't know which is I guess Ann is your first name. Garrett is your last name, I'm going to assume. Can you just let me know if you can see me also? That would be amazing. Happy New Year, Carlos. Happy New Year, everyone. Hope you guys are having a one. Carla, perfect. Thank you. I wasn't sure which name I should call. Okay, good. Yeah, I'm not sure, Miss Eileen, what's happening on your screen. Well, I hope you get that. Cool. Good. I'm glad you can see me, Miss Carla. Thank you for that. I appreciate that. All right. Oh, I see you now. Hello, my name is Carla. Love a relationship reading. Believe it, I'm married for 28 years. Checking in from Miss Carla. Where are you checking in from? I always love to know where everybody is across the world, because we have people coming in from New Zealand and South Africa, Australia, and all kinds of places, and then like Michigan and Orlando. So I always love to hear where you guys are checking in from. Indianapolis, that's wonderful. Did you okay with the storm last week? All right, let's get Carla's. Okay, thank you. Thank you. All right, Carla's team. Did you guys get hit with any kind of snow or really cold weather? I'm in Georgia, and it dropped down to about 19 degrees here. Whew, I love it. Okay. Carla, you're still here. Ooh, that's not good. So I know you're looking for a relationship reading. What's coming through is when connecting with your team, what's coming through for you more is a reading personal as far as self-love, and that's going to reflect into your love life. So the type of readings that I do are more personal, development based. Those are the messages that I get, and then that actually to your love, your career, relationships, with everything up. So remember that you are to every relationship in your life. So whether it's your marriage or relationship with children, family members, or even your job, everything that happens outside is a reflection of you and the inside. So that's the message that I'm getting straight away. And the divine, which is a new oracle deck that I'm using this week. I love this deck. Your first is Lady of the Lotus Born. Embodiment is the deepest bliss. It was made for enlightenment. Your second is the Goddess of Light. We are all sacred mirrors reflecting back the same light. And this is super important, because this is exactly what I was talking about just a moment ago. Whatever you're looking for in your marriage or just in a relationship in general is going to be a reflection of you. So this is exactly what I was talking about just a second ago. And then we also have Goddess of Discernment, Freya. I spend my time wisely. I only say yes when it's a hell yes. And that's really learning how to say no, and really talking about setting healthy boundaries. So we're going to kind of start there and then just work our way back a little bit. The message that I'm getting straight away is just, I know you're talking about that, wanting to know about your marriage, but this is, again, you being the nucleus of everything that's happening in your life. Those healthy boundaries that they're asking you to look into, remember that you're the ones that are responsible for setting boundaries in your life. If we allow someone else to set boundaries, then it's going to be what's beneficial for them and not necessarily what's beneficial for us. And 99.9% of the time, they're not going to be healthy boundaries for us. So that looks like, not saying no, always, taking care of somebody else, always kind of wasting yourself. And I say wasting yourself, but like never pouring back into your own cup, right? You're just always giving, giving. And I know for many cultures, not even just religious cultures, but also like as women, most of us are born and bred to be givers and caretakers. Now, and that's wonderful, and I'm all, but there's also a balance, and the balance is learning how to take care of yourself. Because if you learn how to take care of yourself and you can pour into your own cup, well, then you can be of greater service to those around you instead of just going, giving. I forgive so much. I give everything to my family. I'm always there. And then when we pull away all of those labels and all the things, and we say, okay, Miss Carla, well, who are you and how are you? And then you don't really have an answer to that because you've spent, I know you said you were in your marriage for 28 years. If you spent 28 years just giving and you're kind of wasted at this point, well then, and I say wasted, and I say that respectfully, but I mean like worn down, like you haven't been able to fill your cup up, because the second that you're somebody else is there pouring into your cup, you're having to kind of give out all the time as well. That mirror reflecting back the same light, whatever it is that you're feeling for yourself on the inside is going to reflect back on the outside for you. And that's going to be reflective in relationships. So if you're not setting your own boundaries, people around you aren't going to set the boundaries. If you are lacking self-esteem, you're going to pull in, that draining energy it's what's coming through. And that's why we were just talking about that. If you're lacking self-esteem and you're feeling that, then you're going to attract people who are going to continue to like be energy vampires and just suck the life out of you, for the most part. So this is really honoring and knowing, okay, well, I don't feel okay. This doesn't feel good to me. I don't want to do this anymore. And I'm not saying don't do this anymore as the marriage. I'm just saying don't want to continue this. Like, this is your opportunity to set some boundaries and, claim yourself, reclaim if you're not sure, it's like, you already know what you don't want it to look like, right? We know that part of the story. So now what would it look like for you if you were able to? Say, okay, I'm going to start changing things today, right now. Then what would that look like? That my body was made for enlightenment. This is your team. This is your spirit team reminding that you're not just here to serve, but also to receive. That saying is, blessed are the givers. It's great to give, right? It is great to be able to give to everyone. We are blessed when we give. But I think I said this a couple of weeks ago during the show. If everybody's giving, who's receiving? Who's receiving? There has to be a balance. Hi, Diana. Welcome, darling. Happy New Year. There has to be a balance. If everyone is giving and we're giving, but we don't want to receive because it's not good to receive, or I'm going to feel selfish, or it's not okay, or they made me feel, then there's an imbalance. There's an imbalance there. And when something is out of balance and something is out of alignment, then you're not in flow with life. You're basically hitting the current. You're swimming against the current. And it's going to feel tiring. It's going to feel like a chore. It's going to feel like I have to constantly go. When giving and receiving, there's a beautiful balance that happens. And this is talking again about learning how to choose wisely with your time. If you literally cannot do it, or you just don't want to do it, it is okay to say no. People are going to be disappointed. That is absolutely okay for them to be disappointed. You don't have to please everybody. It's not your job to make 7 billion people happy, Ms. Carl. It is not. Okay? It is your job to take care of you, to love yourself, and to share that love in a way that's healthy with the people around you. Yeah, just love the peace and quiet right now. I love it. Good for you. This is what they're saying they want you to do. Spend more time honoring that intuition of, look, I'm good. I'm just going to take like a mental day today, and I just got to do that. The more you do that, that's going to help with filling your cup, going to help with your self-worth, your self-esteem, feeling better, learning how to take care of yourself. You're going to feel healthier, because when you're drained, it's not just a mental and physical exhaustion. There's an emotional exhaustion that goes, it's not just ever one thing. It hits like every part of you. And you're like, okay, I don't have anything left. And that I don't have anything left is a hard place. So hard. So your team right now is basically, they're saying is, look into you, pay attention to your life, pay attention to your light, eyes that you want, because you are just as deserving as the people that you are giving. Oh, we just blanked out. There we go. You are just as deserving as the people that you are to. You are just as loved. You are just as much light as the people that you are giving to. Okay? Miss Diana, so wonderful to see you, my friend. How are you? Thank you for being here, Miss Carla. I appreciate you. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for sharing. I have this. I got a new deck over the holidays. Divine Feminine. Look how magical this is. I love this deck. This is my first time. I think I did a self-reading with these. I just pulled a couple cards. It wasn't like a true reading. It was just like pulling a couple play. Spectacular. You're so welcome. Love to hear that. That's so good. Yes, I saw you did so great. I'm so proud of you. Oh no, I'm good. Actually, so this is my last week doing the show. I was gonna leave it for the end, but I think I probably should let you guys know. So this is the last week that I'm doing the show. I have some projects that I'm working on. I have a lot going on, and I'm kind of having to my time and how I'm working, and there's just a lot happening. Good things. I mean, I say that to say all good, but I'm really needing to kind of figure out some time and my downtime and all things, and it's been wonderful, but I'm having to kind of cut back on some of the things that I do for a while. So yes, thank you. I appreciate you. So yeah, this is one of the things that unfortunately for time wise that I'm gonna need to probably back on. I might do some live readings on my page here and there, but the weekly commitment, it's a lot right now. Yes, I know. Yes, thank you for understanding. But yeah, if you guys make sure that you follow me on Sage and Harmony on Facebook, and you can get lives on there, and I do coaching for my business. So that's another thing that I do aside from readings. I'm an anxiety coach. And so I'm really doing that and focusing on spending time writing. And I just, like I said, I have a lot of little irons in the fire right now. So there's a lot happening right now. So I'm really excited about that. But definitely on Facebook and Instagram, also on Coach Dana for both of those. And you're so sweet. I thank you, Miss Diana. I appreciate you. You have been here. Oh my gosh, it's been a year now since I've been doing the show. So I think you were one of my first followers too, and from the very beginning. So you've seen the show evolve. Yes, that's fine. Oh, all right. Let's get you a reading. I'm gonna go ahead and use this Divine. Well, we had Yeah, 2 cards just jump out for you. Wow. Aw, thank you. I love you so much. You're so kind. So, so kind. Wow. I just have to take a second to appreciate the power of these cards. Like, this deck is just so incredibly. Is there a card just stayed in here? This deck is so incredibly powerful and just beautiful. I am just in awe of this deck. Every time I pull new cards. Okay, so your first card, Miss Diana, is the Red Lady, Sekhmet. I am pure strength. I honor my anger by giving a voice to it. Your second is the Saint of True Freedom, Mirabai. Love is what sets me free. I am married to my soul. And by the way, those 2 cards, as I was shuffling, were the ones that literally flew out as I was shuffling. So yeah, so those were definitely meant for you cards. Your last card is Teresa of Avila, Our Lady of Interior Life. Trust the answers. I trust the answers that I find within me. I know what the presence of love is. I know that the presence of love is real. I trust the answers I find in me. Now, so much to unpack here, but I'm going to, thank you so much. I appreciate the donation. So much to unpack here, because I love the honoring the anger and giving it voice. Now, I want to kind of preface this by saying that anger is not an emotion that is to be feared. Anger is not an emotion that needs to be suppressed. Hold on a second. I got a mosquito that just, there we go. I know it would show up again in not a good space. Anger is an emotion that needs to be honored. And it's an emotion that produces movement. It produces change. So when we think of anger, so many times we think of, it's not good to be angry. But anger can actually be a good thing if it is expressed in a healthy manner, right? So learning how to voice your anger in a way that's healthy is absolutely acceptable. So I think that society now, puts the fear of anger and expressing emotions in us, and so we try not to be angry. But anger is actually a very acceptable emotion when it's expressed healthy. And I love that it says, I anger my emotion by giving voice to it. So they're asking you not to suppress it. They're asking you to speak up, speak your truth. And I know we talked about this a couple months ago. Continue to speak your truth and give that, so then that way you can produce change. I am pure strength. This is your reminder of who you are, my dear. This is them backing you up and saying, look, you are more than just this physical body with the challenges that happens every day. You are pure strength. And with that strength, you can speak your voice. And guess what? Not everybody's going to co-sign on it. Not everybody's going to like it. And it is absolutely okay for people not to like your voice. But guess what? Also, those are not your people. Those are not your people. The people that you are supposed to work with, the people that are supposed to help elevate you, they're not going to be intimidated by your strength. They're not going to be intimidated by your voice. They're going to say, oh, okay, my bad, I didn't know, I'm sorry, or thank you for educating me, or how can I help you? Those are the people that when they hear that anger and they hear that power in the voice, they are there roaring with you, not backing away and not shaming you for your voice. Very, very different energy. Very, very different energy. Okay, now let's get to love is what sets me free. I am married to my own soul. Love is what sets me free. I have said this from the very beginning. Love is the greatest emotion, the most healing, the most powerful. Love is that spark of light. It is that small little match in the room of that is dark, that can break the darkness. That is what love is. And that love, yes, will set you free, but we're not just talking about a love of, your community and your family and your work and all the people on the outside. The love has to start here. In order for you to produce change on the outside, that has to start inside. If you do not radiate that from the inside, nothing's going to change. Okay, I am married to my own soul. So I want you to think about that for a second. I want you to think about the commitment and the vow. Now, when I say the vows that we take, sometimes we make a contract and a pact with ourselves. We vow to ourselves, right? Our traumas make us vow something to ourselves. And I want you to be very, very careful about that. Because once you enter that, it becomes a programming in your subconscious, in your unconscious mind. So what do I mean? So at a very early age, I knew that at a very early age, I knew that I was going to be independent, and I was an independent woman, and I was never going to let a man run me, and I was never going to and I was never going to be dependent on a man financially, and I was going to, and I was going to, and I was going to. Yeah, that all sounds great in theory. Okay, that was 17-year-old Dana, who was homeless for a few years because her father kicked her out. I was at that point very I was hurt by the relationship that I saw with my mother. My mother allowed my stepfather to do that to me. And so my contract with myself that I created was, I'm never going to allow a man to run me and run my life, so then that way he can do whatever he wants to my child. I was going to sit back because that was my experience. Now, again, that sounds all great, right? But however, what do we know about hyperindependence now? Hyperindependence is a trauma response, right? Not only did I enter this contract, but there were people that I hurt along because of that contract that really didn't deserve it. And I'm honest with myself now about that. At that time, I didn't know. You don't know what you don't know, right? And as a teenager, you're figuring out life, you're angry and everything. Okay? So that's where I was. But there are people that I hurt in that process. And as I was going through that, I needed to reevaluate this contract that I had with myself, these vows that I created with myself. So I say all of that to say is that be very careful with the way that you speak to yourself, because the way that you speak to yourself, you are entering a contract, a marriage self every time. And that could either be really, really healthy or that could be really, really unhealthy. So be really mindful of that. Make sense? Cool. All right. I trust I find within me. I know that the presence of love is real. Honor your intuition, my friend. You get the messages. You already know you get the calling. You already know that the answers are there. Ask the answers. Ask. What do I say? Sign your sign. Don't ask for your sign. Give yourself that give yourself the space to what you're getting at. If it feels like you're going to, hold on a second, I'm going to clear this out. They're going to push you out of your comfort zone sometimes, and that is absolutely okay. They're going to be doing that, but that is for your highest good, for your growth, in order for you to continue to succeed. The only way that you're going to continue to grow is to move out of that comfort zone. And it's scary, isn't it? Getting out of the comfort zone is so scary. But on the other side of it, once you get past it, you're like, oh, all right, I can do this. I can do this. So, Miss Diana, you are strength, you are love. Pay attention to the messages that you're getting. Pay attention to the way that you speak to yourself. Honor your intuition. Honor that voice inside. Clear that throat chakra, right? Honoring yourself so that way you can continue to grow. It is absolutely okay and necessary for you to have your voice this year. Like that, more than anything, is what they're saying is her. I keep hearing her voice. You need to make sure that your voice. Now, it doesn't. I'm not saying that you have to go about it in, a mean way, right? But in a way that feels authentic for you, my friend. Yeah, when you do, it's not so bad after all. I know. It's that first step that's always so scary. That first step is always so scary. But what happens on the other side? Wisdom, we have strength, we have, we've built relationships, we've built bonds. I mean, there's so much that happens during that process that it really is, it feels good, and then you look back and you're like, oh, that wasn't so bad. That wasn't so bad. That was pretty good. I can do that again. And then they're like, you can do that again? Okay. That's awesome. Woo. Warm kombucha has a kick to it. I gotta remember that. I like to drink it when it's cold, but yes, warm kombucha has a definite kick to it. Love and light to you, my friend. Thank you for supporting me this year. Thank you for your love. Thank you for everything you are. You're just so, so wonderful. I appreciate all your love and your light. Thank you. All right, guys. Let's see. See, what other cards do I have here? I have the Witch's deck also, which is here. My beautiful Witch's deck. I love this deck. I appreciate you. Thank you. And we have Keepers of the Light and the Spirit Guide deck on file here, waiting. Waiting. All right. We got time for a couple more. Please remember that any donations that are sent, please remember to put it in the comments so I can see that. The donation readings are priority. Hold on, I gotta make sure that this is done. Okay, perfect. Also, your affirmation cards are on website www.snhcoaching.com. This is a 50 card deck. Please make sure that you check it out. We also have ritual candles. We have some body care. We have spirit baths. What else do we have? Energy sprays, energy clearing sprays. That's like one of the best sellers right now, especially for this new year. If you are in an office and you are not in a space where you can burn sage, but you have maybe those sketchy coworkers or family members, and you don't want to burn sage, this energy clearing spray is absolutely magnificent. I love it. You can spray it on yourself. You can spray it on the area. It's super wonderful. Super, super wonderful. Karishma. Hi, welcome. Thank you. Yes, yes. And where are you joining us from? Is it Karishma? Did I say that correctly? Thank you. South Africa. I love my people from South Africa. Thank you for joining me. Thank you. That's why I love the show. We have Indiana, South Africa. Sometimes we have Australia. Sometimes we have everywhere here. I love it. Love connecting. Thank you, Diana. Ooh, I love this. Okay. Your first card is, I just saw it. Thank you, Diana. I appreciate your donation. Thank you so much. Karishna, your first card is Archangel Michael, and this is the Keepers of the Light deck. Archangel Michael, you are safe. Angels are close. Surrender your concerns and allow a miracle to occur. Your second is Charity, prayer and contemplation. Connect with heaven. Ask and you shall receive. And your third is Lord Shiva, transcendence. Rise up, honor your inner force. Steps are being given. Dance with the universe. And I'm going to work backwards a little bit with this. One of the things that I'm getting specifically from the Lord Shiva card is upcoming change for you. Thank you. I am getting an upcoming change from you. I see the snake in the card, but I keep getting a snake in my image as well. So when I get a snake in my visions, it's usually, well, it is always, it's a transformation period that is coming for the person. Think of it as shedding out from your old skin into your new shiny, brilliant new skin that you're going into. That this time of growth that's coming to you, do be careful with your intake when I'm talking about energy. So do be careful with the energy that you're taking in. And I say that to say is just the people that are around you, who you're surrounding yourself with, because this is, as Miss Kate says, we send you away with love. Although she's a lie, I am. I just send you away. There we go. So just be careful, because in this transition period that you're going in, it's going to really, really be significant that you pay attention to your energy, who you're surrounding yourself with. And not only that, but who you're kind of being influenced by. And I say influenced, but I that's the only word that I can think of right now to go with, because it's one of those that influence in the sense of having somebody just kind of guide you. So just pay attention to that, because not everybody that is in your circle is in your corner, if you will, right? Definitely a good change. I don't feel anything negative. There is going to be a little bit of a bumpy road, but that just happens with change. Like, don't worry about that part. It's not anything that is going to be difficult for you. It's not a challenge that you're not going to be able to overcome. Now, here's the good part about it, is that's why it started out with Archangel Michael. So Archangel Michael is a protector. He's the one that's saying, look, we got you. You're safe, not just in an angel aspect, but just your spirit team in general. So that's where that prayer and contemplation, connect with the heaven, ask and you shall receive. Your team is always just a sentence away. Always just a sentence away. Okay, so I need you to remember that. If you are looking for guidance, if you're looking for strength, if you're looking for wisdom, if you're looking for whatever it is, you call on your team. Remember, your team cannot, your spirit team cannot intervene without your permission. So they need you to say, hey, spirit team, like, I need help with the situation. Please send somebody from my highest good to guide me, to help work me through it, to give me the resources, to give me the opportunity. Whatever it is that you need, you have, just know that it's already there. And that's part of this transition period, this transformation period that's going through. Always remembering, always, with undoubt, without hesitation, knowing that you are safe and protected this entire process. They are never not going to protect you. But again, they can't intervene and give you the guidance that you need and want without you asking. Okay, I got goosebumps. That's good. So that's the part of the story that you need to remember. Like, everything that you want and need is literally a sentence away. So connect with them. They are asking that, you spend some time. Thank you. They are asking that you spend some time in meditation to get that guidance. So just kind of quiet a little bit just so you can get the answer. So before you go into the meditation, ask, what is it that I need to know? Please have it revealed to me through my meditation. And then listen to whatever word that is, or listen to whatever and that is for you. And even in your dreams. So if you're starting to notice that your dreams are becoming a lot more vivid, I would start a dream journal, right? And just start writing those things down, because our dreams can be very symbolic. Our dreams can be, very telling when it comes to guidance for certain things. So just really pay attention to that. Thank you. They are, so the thing that I'm hearing now is just, I'm hearing the word self-sabotage. So that's something else they're wanting you just to be careful about, is just self-sabotaging behavior. If you're getting to that point where you're starting to succeed, pay attention to that. Sometimes we have self-sabotaging behavior, and that's based off of traumas, culture, whatever it is that we're used to. If somebody tells you, no, you're not good enough, who do you think you are? If you do this, then our relationship won't be the same. You're going to lose friends. You're going to lose family if you become too big, whatever that is. It's all nonsense. The people that are, like I was telling, I think, Diana, the people that are supposed to be in your life, that are there for your highest good, will never be intimidated by you. They will never be hurt by your success. They will never not want to see you good. Okay, the people that have a hard time with your success and your growth are not the people for you. And I don't care in whatever aspect that is. That could be love, that could be work, that can be family. Rinse and repeat for each one of those things. If anybody has a hard time with your success and your growth, those are not your people. They're just not. They were in your life for a certain period of time. We can thank them. We can say thank you so much and allow them to go with that. Detachment was my big word for 2022. Not really sure what 2023's word is right now, but I know 2022's word was detachment. And that was learning how to detach myself from expectations and how I thought things should be, and my willingness to want to help everybody and all of those things. So that's something else that I, just kind of wanted to bring to your attention. So detachment is huge with growth, because the more you can't have both. You can't have your new life that is ready and waiting for you and is like, okay, I'm here, and your old life of the way that you lived and the way that you thought and the way that you were doing things before. Does that make sense? You can't have both. So, and I understand we don't really know what this whole new life is bringing. We don't know all about it because it's new, right? It's uncertain. There's so many different things that can be. But here's the beautiful part, and I want everybody to know this. Anytime that you are confronted with this challenge of, do I do my new life or do I stick to my old life? Well, how long have you been in that old life? How long have you been in those thoughts? How long have you been in those patterns? How long have you been in those cycles? How long have you been in those relationships? And where did it get you? Now, it may have gotten you far for a certain period of time, but at some point you're going to plateau, because if you feel stagnant, if you feel like I can't breathe in this anymore, and I don't care what that is, whether again it's work, relationships, or everything that I say, it can be used in any facet of your life. But if you feel that way, then that new life is ready and waiting for you. And I understand that it's scary, but like I was saying, the beautiful part about that is that it can be whatever you want it to be. That is an opportunity. Your new life has to be looked at as an opportunity. So when you said hopefully a good change, that change is going to be as good or as bad as you want it to be. That's the reality. I mean, I'm getting good because it's always going to show me the best case scenario for you. But if you're in a state of resistance and you're trying so hard, like that snake, and you're trying so hard to stay in that skin that you're like, no, I know the skin, I want to stay in the skin, well, then you're going to have a hard time. But if you know anything about snakes, they do everything and anything possible to get out of that old skin. They rub themselves, they go to rocks, and they are just rubbing themselves against rocks and all just to get out of that skin, because it doesn't fit. It doesn't fit. This old life for you, this old cycle, old pattern, old thinking, relationships, all of those things are not going to fit into this new part for you. And so allowing yourself to make that change. I don't know what's going to be. Good, ask. Ask. The only ones that you should have the attachment to is your spirit team. Your God, your deity, the universe, whoever it is that you work with, whatever that looks like for you. Whatever that looks like for you. So you connect with that, and your spirit team is I mean, we have so many different, light workers in our team. From, as you see, we have Archangel Michael, we have Goddess Charity, and we have Lord Shiva. That's literally what our team looks like. We just have light workers from every culture, every system out there. Because at the end of it, it's all for the same thing. It's all for our highest good. People, they're going to come in for whatever is going to resonate with you at that time. Make sense? Good. Karishma, it was an honor reading for you tonight, my dear. Thank you so much. And I think we have time for one last one. Good. If you are unsure, please, again, ask for guidance. That's really the best way to go through it. Asking for guidance, because the answers are all there already for you. Let's see. You're so welcome. Thank you. All right. And it got warm in here. It's I closed the windows because it got noisy outside and now it's warm in here. The traffic outside was crazy. How about me? Hi, Vicky. Thank you for joining us. Okay, so Vicky, for you, we're going to use the Divine Feminine deck. You're welcome. Ooh. Oh, I love this. This is beautiful. Okay. So, Vicky, for you, again, we're using the divine feminine. Sorry. So your first card is the essence of all Buddhas. I have the power to make each moment sacred. Everything for my liberation. And this, I just want to just point out. Well, I'll talk about it in a second, but this for you, like I'm getting so much magic manifesting energy from you. This is huge. Your second one is the Queen of Heaven and Earth. I have nothing to hide. I see and accept all that I am. And then your last one is the Goddess of Abundance. I choose to feel abundant. Wealth is an inside job. Wow. So I kind of want to start with that, with the middle card first, and then just kind of work our way out. The Queen of Heaven and Earth, I have nothing to hide. I see and accept all that I am. I'm not sure if you were here in the very beginning of the show where I was talking to, I was doing a reading for someone else, and I was saying that, I think it was Carla, and I was saying that everything that happens on the outside of us is a reflection of our inside, right? Everything that we feel about ourselves, we think about ourselves, that's what shows up on the outside. Now, that wealth is an inside job, and everything material is for my liberation. Like all of that is a reflection of inside. And I am getting a lot of manifestation energy from you. So if you haven't already gotten to the part where you are manifesting the shit out of things just by thinking of them, and you're just like, hey, it would be really nice if, and then all of a sudden that thing shows up, that is because, and I want to just stress this, you are in a great state of flow. I have nothing to hide. I see and accept all that I am means that you love yourself on a level and see yourself on a level that everything around you is just going to attract. The way that we manifest the things that we want in our life, whether it's a job, it's a relationship, it's whatever it is, a healthy relationship, not just any relationship. Let me sidebar that. The way that we manifest those things is by what and how we see ourselves in the mirror, and how we see and is a reflection of ourselves. So I see and accept all that I am, but that's an unconditional love, right? That's a love that only you can give you. And when you have that unconditional love, you are working on a massively high vibrational frequency. So the two highest are love and gratitude, right? So when you ever hear somebody when they're talking about like manifesting, you always have to be grateful. That's because states of gratitude are crazy high frequency. So in your state of gratitude, you're going to receive more things to be grateful for. The other thing higher than love and gratitude is enlightenment. It's like enlightenment. So So we say that, okay, I feel abundant. Wealth is an inside job, but I also want you to think about abundance and wealth, not just in a money sense, right? We can have an abundance of food. We can have an abundance of opportunities. We can have a wealth of love. And so I want you to think outside of, yes, that wealth and money is wonderful, and definitely we want to attract those things, right? But I say all that to say is that I also want you to use that for your benefit. So then that way you are not just attracting that, because what good is money without fulfillment? I mean, it's good for a little while, right? Like if you won all the money in the world and you're like, okay, well, I'm just going to sit on the beach for the next 20 years. I mean, it sounds great, but after a while you're like, okay, well, I got to do something, because you're not fulfilling your God's purpose, your purpose here. So your purpose here is to love and be at peace and to do things, but there's a greater purpose to that. And to only know that is if you love yourself in that way. So I have the power to make each moment sacred. Everything is for my material liberation. Everything that you could possibly want and need. Everything that you could possibly want and need for your highest good for yourself is already there. You already have it, or you have the power to get it. And again, I cannot just tell you that manifesting energy is so high around you that it's just like, it feels like it's ready to explode, which is a great thing. But harness it, work with it, nurture it, love it. So then that way, this year is about you not just giving, but receiving. Remember, manifesting is great, but if you don't know how to receive, you're going to self-sabotage. And that's one of the keys to manifesting that not a lot of practitioners talk about. Okay? Not a lot of people talk about learning how to receive. If you struggle with receiving, you're going to have a hard time manifesting. And I suspect that this is one of the reasons, because I have 4 decks on my desk right now. Divine feminine, looking into your divine feminine, see if which part of it is wounded, which part needs a little bit of healing, which part needs a little bit of love to help balance out that wounded feminine and the masculine. Make sense? So practice receiving, even if it's finding a penny on the floor, say, pick it up, say thank you. Talk to the universe, say thank you so much, I'm grateful for this. If somebody, buys you a soda, thank you so much, I'm so grateful, thank you. If somebody offers you, thank you so much, even if you don't need it, just say thank you. And receive it in love. Yeah, well, unfortunately, a lot of us are, darling. A lot of us, but that's why I literally talk about self-sabotage, because look, I had to learn, and again, this is me learning the hard way, right? I had to learn why I was struggling with manifesting. I had to learn why law of attraction wasn't working for me the way it was working for everybody it was in those books. I had to learn where in my life needed to be healed in order to start receiving that. And that's the part that, like I said, I literally coach. Yay, you found 3 pennies today. That's awesome. See, take it. Say thank you. Thank you. And matter of fact, like if you want to create like a little gratitude box or gratitude jar, so anytime you find something and be like, oh, this was the time that I found something, and just put it in the box, put it in the jar, and label it my gratitude. So you have a reminder of all those times that you were given a little something. And if it's not something that you can fit in a box, write it on a sticky note and put it in there. The more that you are in that moment of gratitude, the more grateful you are, the more you will attract. That manifesting energy is again around you, ready to explode. Like they are just like, we have so much for you. That's why I said, if you're not already manifesting, like watch out, because it's coming hot and heavy once you like let those floodgates open. But it's ready there waiting for you, if that makes sense. I love that you found 3 pennies today. Yes. Keep them. grab them, say thank you so much to you. And when I say thank you, like give it a heartfelt thank you. Heartfelt, like that was the best freaking thing that could have happened to you in that day. Because that energy, remember, it takes about 16 to 18 seconds for the universe to receive the frequency that we put out. And that frequency depends on you. So that frequency could be an anxious frequency, it could be a depression frequency, it could be a love frequency, it could be a gratitude frequency, it could be joy, it could be passion. So that all depends on what you're giving out in order for you to receive. I love it. Yay! Awesome. 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 Well, Miss Vicky, that is your reading for today. Thank you so much for joining. Guys, I just wanted to say thank you so much. It has been an absolute honor to be here with you guys and working with you all for the past year. Thank you to Psychic Fixes for allowing me to be a practitioner and to be a provider here and to do readings each week. I love everybody that I've met and I've been able to work with over the past year. It has been an absolute honor to serve, and I wish you all love and peace and magic in your life each and every moment of your days. And thank you so much for everything. This is my final show. Please reach me on Facebook and follow me on my Facebook page, either my personal page or my my business page, which is Coach Dana or Sage and Harmony Holistic Coaching. Make sure you follow me there and stay in touch. I would love to keep in touch with you guys. Thank you again for all of your love and support this year. You guys are just absolutely magnificent. And I appreciate you all. Thank you. And love you guys. Blessed be.